5. We first brought you this story yesterday about KKK literature appearing across several East Arlington neighborhoods. The pamphlets suggest violence against Jewish people and African Americans.
We are on your side tonight investigating whether or not these pamphlets are free speech or hate speech. First Coast News' Jason Rantle is live with an explanation about this. Jason?
Well, Anthony and Jeannie, this is just a handful of the 30 or so racist pamphlets found in this East Arlington neighborhood alone. The worst of them suggest shooting African Americans and shooting Jewish people. So is this speech protected? Well, it's a bit of a complicated answer.
I think there's like 4 or 5 different ones, and it seems to be about Jews and African Americans.
John Rando's wife found the racist KKK pamphlets on Sunday. They depict Jewish people as caricatures, associating them with the devil, and say the only good Jew is the one with the bullet through his head. They say African Americans aren't equal to whites, also insinuating shooting them and beating them with bats for looking at white women.
There are First Amendment protections on bad speech, including speech that's uncomfortable.
Adrienne Lerner is the director of pre-law at the University of North Florida. In her mind, there's no doubt this is bad speech. It's hateful, targeted, and racist. While hate speech like what's contained in these pamphlets is protected, the question is suggesting violence against African Americans protected? Well, Lerner doesn't want to go as far as saying, yes, it is protected. She notes that the Supreme Court has made it clear that for speech to not be protected, there needs to be the threat of imminent lawless action, not just the possibility of lawless action. An example of imminent lawless action would be inciting a riot from a podium.
And the Supreme Court has said that that has to be, imminent lawless action right then, not the possibility of or that happening, sometime later. Okay. And that's a hard standard for most people.
So it's not exactly clear-cut. Things like these pamphlets and hate speech on social media are at least 2 things that still need to be addressed.
And I think that this is certainly an area of the law that we will see the courts grapple with more.
And as we told you yesterday, JSO is pursuing an active criminal investigation into whoever left these pamphlets outside homes. Lerner says that law enforcement will actually keep track of groups that release these pamphlets just to see if there's anything as far as violence that come from them. Live in East Arlington, Jason Rantle of First Coast News, on your side.